What's going on, everybody? This is Captain. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the movie GOODFELLAS. This movie is coming up on its 30th anniversary on the 19th, I believe. So I'm filming this video a week beforehand, so that way I have time to edit it. And if you know me, I'm one of those people that can procrastinate sometimes. Because I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna film this video today, and I'm just gonna do a bunch of editing in 2 days, and then I'll be the first day I'll be like, why not? I'm kind of tired. I'll just do it all tomorrow. And then by tomorrow it's you're trying to scramble all this in to get it uploaded for the following day, and by the time the following day comes, it's oh, I've only done 20% of the video. I still got to do all this, and I haven't got it uploaded in time. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this 8 days in advance. Now, before I even jump into this video, I just want to say that today is 9/11, and it was a day where our nation was under attack. Our freedom was under attack, and we had firefighters, cops, the NYPD, the FDNY. They came in and they saved a lot of people, and they lost their lives for us today. So those are the true heroes. You know what they say, not all heroes wear capes. That's a great example right there. Here's something funny. I actually got the movie Die Hard from Netflix today, and this is kind of similar to 9/11, so I just thought that was a free coincidence. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Anyway, let's hop in. Goodfellas, my third favorite movie. This movie has one of the best opening scenes of all time, and it says tense as fuck. There's a guy getting stabbed, shot, and then Ray Liotta utters those famous words.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
It's a pretty cool scene, to have a scene start off that violent, and then all of a sudden music started playing, and Ray Liotta did such an awesome job in this movie, and he wasn't even nominated for Best Actor. He did a terrific job narrating, which I thought made the movie a lot better, because it kind of carries you through. It makes you feel like you're sort of almost part of the movie, even though you're not. You're just an audience member. It kind of engages you. You know what I'm saying? He did an awesome job with that. I thought his character was excellent. And his character, Henry Hill, takes you on a journey through his gangster life, how he's a part of a big family, how they just do whatever the hell they want, they take whatever they want, they talk to people however they want, they kill whoever they want. They live their life however the fuck they want. Throughout his life, Henry Hill shows off his rich lifestyle, the type of violence that he can get caught up into. He goes to these expensive restaurants with his buddies, they're always cracking jokes, ragging on each other. They're kind of getting themselves into trouble. They're talking smack to people. And like I say, they just do whatever the hell they want, and it looks amazing because, of all the money they got. The guy that Robert De Niro plays, Jimmy Conway, he plays kind of a younger guy, and he's got a crap ton of money. He gives the doorman $100. He tips tons of money. And then there's another guy that Joe Pesci plays. His name is Tommy DeVito, and he is just a psychopath. If he doesn't get his way, he will kill you. He will literally stab you, shoot you, do whatever the fuck you want. Do not piss him off.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Motherfucking you fucking piece of shit!
Henry, once in a while, he'll hit a road bump in his gangster life. He was caught when he was younger and he had to go to court. And this is where De Niro gave him some very important advice.
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
And he did just that. He shut the fuck up, and he didn't rat on anybody. His wife, who was met, actually thought he was cheating, so while he was asleep, she pointed a gun in his face. And when Henry woke up, he saw the barrel of a gun right in his face. This was kind of a tough part of their relationship because, he was always out every night. He was drinking, he was with his friends. It's not good for the kids for their father to always be like off drinking and whatnot. The gangster life can be very scary. Henry also ended up going to jail for, I believe it was 4 years, from 74 to 78. Obviously it was probably very tough on his family. It was tough on, you know, the whole group because they were without one of their members. And when he finally was paroled, the Lufthansa heist happened that same year. This was based off a true story. This really happened. The whole movie is a true story. It's based off of a book as well called Wise Guys. Obviously, the Goodfellas, they steal like millions of dollars of cash, and there's this great scene where Henry is in the shower and he's listening to the radio and he gets really excited when he hears that, you know, they stole all the cash. But they hit a huge snag because one of the members, Stax, instead of taking a truck out of the place, he got stoned at his girlfriend's place. And, you know, the cops ended up finding the truck. They found DNA prints all over the truck. And so later on, Tommy came to the house and he shot him in the head because of that. And there were plenty other guys that, you know, they purchased. One of the guys purchased like a pink Cadillac. There was a lot of other things purchased with that money. And so Jimmy just whacked all those guys. He had all those guys killed. And so they were without pretty much all their members of the gang. Tommy was also told he was going to become a made man. But he ended up getting tricked because earlier on, a few years back, he killed this guy named Billy Batts, who was a made man. And if you kill a made man, then the mafia will kill you because of that. That's their mantra, is that nobody can fuck with you.
Oh, no.
Towards the end of the movie, Henry ends up having the cops search his house for cocaine, and his wife ends up flushing it down the toilet, which was all their savings. It was worth like $60,000, and so they were going to become broke now. They were completely like out of everything. If you can't make money off of, you know, the drug business, you're gonna go broke. And Paulie is pretty angry with him because he lied to him. He was given $3,200. It's not much, but you know, at least it's something. And he ends up finding out that Jimmy is going to whack him, and therefore enters the witness protection program, where he's put on trial and he rats out Jimmy and Paulie. The one thing that you're not supposed to do, one of the rules not to break in life, and that's what Conway said, was never rat on your friends and always keep silent. He broke both of them. He broke both those rules. And so after that, his gangster life was over. And he says, I gotta live the rest of my life as a schnook.
I'm an average nobody. Get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
So Joe Pesci shoots the screen, he closes the door, and you know, that's that. And the two things that I really like about this is I like how he finally like acknowledges like the audience, like he looks at like the camera directly and, you know, smiles and whatnot. And I always thought that was like pretty nice, like at the end. And then finally the door closing was kind of like a jail cell, and it kind of is like symbolic for he's kind of like stuck in this life that he doesn't want to have, and the jail cell is kind of like preventing him from getting out. It's sort of like weird symbolism, but I really liked it. So Goodfellas is my third favorite movie next to Raiders of the Lost Ark and Pulp Fiction. I thought this movie was amazing. And you know what's funny, it's usually I don't really like, you know, stories that actually like exist, like, because it kind of limits the amount of creativity you can have. But it was, you know, it was still amazing. You know, this could be an entirely new story and it would still be awesome. I really liked, you know, sort of like the lifestyle that the Goodfellas had, and like sort of the different personalities that, you know, they had. Like, you know, Ray Liotta, his character Henry was kind of like, you know, sort of a nice guy. He was taking us on a journey throughout his, like, you know, rich lifestyle where he got to do whatever he wanted. Obviously the violence is kind of fun with, you know, Tommy constantly whacking people. And, you know, Jimmy obviously had like a really good personality too. And then you had your other cast of characters that were just sort of there in the background. I also really enjoyed the 50s music because it sort of went along smoothly with like that type of mafia style movie. I don't know what it is, it just, you know, fits perfectly. I really like to see them as sort of like, you know, a family, like brothers. Like, it's sort of like, you know, my football team, like we're kind of like a family, we're like brothers. That's what they're kind of like in, like, you know, the gangster life. You know, they do tons of things together, They go out together. They hang out together at each other's places. They go on, vacations and whatnot. If you make one mistake, if you let your guard down, it'll all come piling down like a bunch of bricks. Will hit you over the head. You won't even, understand what happened. You'll be on trial. Tons of things will happen. Guys were constantly getting whacked. Henry was, getting in trouble at times. He ratted out 2 of his friends. I bet they didn't expect that. It's really unpredictable, the crime world. Martin Scorsese did a fantastic job on this film. If you ask me, this is his masterpiece. Of all his amazing films, this stands alone as his best movie. With that being said, I think I'm gonna try to close off the video here. I know I kind of missed a lot of other points in the story. I just thought it would be better if I, kept it brief rather than just going through every single event. Besides, this movie is 2.5 hours long, so why bother going through everything? I mean, it's better if it's just short. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.